whole lot happening in the world of sports, and Coyote has more for us now.
Welcome now to sports news. Reports say an unnamed top Tunisian club has tabled $1.2 million bid for hugely talented Nigeria under-23 midfielder Karo Etebo. Etebo's club, Warri Wolves, has already placed
quite solidly. Oh, it's a follow-up shot. It's not bad, but it's safe as well.
Club sanctioning
with the penalty. Can he find the back of the net? Yes, he can. Nigeria have taken the lead. 1-0 for the Dream Team 11 by Julia. Benkamasa. The final whistle. Nigeria are the champions. They have won the under-23 Africa Cup of Nations, and they've done it in style.
In the English Premier League, Newcastle played a 1-1 draw with Aston Villa in at St James's Park, while goals from Branislav Ivanovic, Pedro Rodriguez and Brazilian midfielder Oscar gave Chelsea a 3-1 win over Sunderland in front of new boss Goose Hiddink. Leicester City ensured that they will be top of the table at Christmas by beating Everton 3-2 at Goodison Park. Manchester United were booed off by their own fans as Norwich earned a shock 2-1 victory at Old Trafford. Harry Kane scored on his 100th Tottenham appearance as they moved into the top four with a 2-0 victory at struggling Southampton. Substitute Lee Chong-yu lashed home a sensational winner for Crystal Palace at Stoke to put the Eagles level on points with a fourth-placed Tottenham. Bournemouth secured their second away win of the season after a 2-1 win over West Brom. And Chelsea have confirmed that Goose Hiddink will take over as manager until the end of the season. Hiddink did not take charge of first-team duties for the game against Sunderland with Steve Holland and Eddie Newton in the dugout, but he watched from the stands with owner Roman Abramovich. The 69-year-old also managed the Blues on a temporary basis for the final 3 months of the 2008-2009 campaign. The Dutchman left his role as Netherlands manager during their unsuccessful European qualifying campaign. And still talking club football, Barcelona forwards Lionel Messi and Neymar are doubts for the FIFA Club World Cup final against River Plate tomorrow as the club seek a transfer its dominance of European football to the global stage. Both players missed Thursday's 3-0 semi-final win over Guangzhou, where a fellow frontman Luis Suarez scored a hat-trick. The Catalan Giants, who have won the FIFA Club World Cup twice, won a fifth trophy in 2015, having won the Champions League, La Liga, Copa del Rey and UEFA Super Cup. Bookmakers tip Barcelona to lift the trophy because of the quality players and the depth of their squad. And before we go, Bayern Munich will take a comfortable 8-point lead into the Bundesliga Christmas break, ending the year as winter champions. Bayern beats Hanover 1-0 and combined with second-place Borussia Dortmund's 2-1 loss in Cologne. The league leaders can be satisfied with what's happening on the field. The champions are looking for a record fourth straight Bundesliga title. Off the field, some German media are reporting that Guardiola has decided to leave the Bundesliga powerhouse when his contract expires at the end of the season. And that's it from the world of sports this hour. Sulai Alede will be back in just a moment for the rest of the news.
A statement from China's defense ministry is accusing the United States of deliberately raising tensions in the area with the B-52 overflight of the disputed Spratly Islands, which it calls non-share. The Pentagon say it is looking into the complaint. China, which claims large swaths of the South China, is also in territorial dispute with a host of regional neighbors. Earlier in October, China rebuked the U.S. after a destroyer sailed close to a reef. For the 18th time, another African leader may be seeking a third term in office. Initial results show Rwandans have voted overwhelmingly to allow President Paul Kagame to extend his term in office. The National Electoral Commission says some 98% of voters support changing the constitution to allow him to run again in 2017 after his second term ends. 58-year-old Mr. Kagame could remain in power until 2034 if the changes are passed. The vote took place despite criticism of such an amendment by the US and Western donors. The US Secretary of State John Kerry has praised a UN plan for Syria, saying it is a milestone in the efforts to end the conflict there. Mr. Kerry says the plan gives Syrians a real choice between war and peace. However, disagreements remain over President Assad, and the unanimously agreed Security Council resolution makes no mention of his future role.
In a rare show of unity among major world powers, a roadmap for Syria's peace process has been endorsed by the UN Security Council. Syria's nearly 5-year civil war has claimed more than 250,000 lives. But the UN says an opportunity for peace has now emerged.
The people of Syria have suffered enough. I call for you to show vision and leadership in overcoming your differences. A fleeting opportunity for peace has emerged. Your duty is to seize it.
Talks between the Syrian government and the opposition are expected to begin in January. The resolution outlines a roughly 2-year timeline for creating a unity government and holding elections. A nationwide ceasefire is also written in, though it does not apply to the battle to defeat Islamic State. Still, the obstacles to end the conflict remain. It's not known which of the Syrian opposition groups will have a seat at the table in the talks. The future of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad also remains unclear. Assad is a close ally of Russia and Iran, but Western countries want him ousted.
It is Assad who bears the responsibility for the majority of the deaths in Syria.
The issue has been the most difficult sticking point in talks.
President Assad, in our judgment, and not everybody shares this, but the majority of the people in the ISSG believe that President Assad has lost the ability, the credibility, to be able to unite the country and to provide the moral credibility to be able to govern it into the future.
But Syria's UN ambassador says comments on the country's presidency were out of the context of the resolution before the ink was dry and exposed the speaker's real intentions. Russia's foreign minister similarly stressed that Syria's future is for the people to decide, a point that was written into the constitution.
And the main news again. Nigerian northern governors have banned unlawful processions by religious groups in their region. Nigerian army has commuted the death sentences passed on 66 soldiers earlier in the year to 10 years imprisonment each. The Nigerian Navy has arrested a ship loaded with product suspected to be crude oil in Delta State. And China has accused the U.S. of serious provocation after it flew B-52 bombers near one of the disputed islands in the South China Sea. That's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching. We now leave you with the Akwa Ibom State 2015 edition of the Christmas Carol, which we left off earlier before the news at 10.